great day, family. I hope that everyone is doing amazing. Thank you for all of your support. It's much appreciated. Let's talk about love today. As I was meditating, Spirit spoke to me about just knowing how to love, knowing exactly what love is, because I feel that there are a lot of individuals, when we look at love in the terms of how we see it, especially sometimes how society portrays it, it's not necessarily what it really is. For one, as people, we have to understand that, of course, there are different love languages. There are five main ones to be exact, that have been researched, I'll say. The first one being, people like to receive love through physical touch. You have others that like to receive love through acts of service, things that you do for them to show them that you love them and appreciate them. Then you have quality time, which is one of mine. Some people like the time that you spend, especially, the quality time doing, intimate things or family things. It just depends on how they look when it comes to quality time, depending on the individual. Then you have, gifts. A lot of people like gifts. Some people give gifts as their love language, and some people like to receive gifts. And then we have words of affirmation, which is when someone actually says that they love you, or they're expressing how much they love you with words. So now that we all know what the 5 love languages are, and we know that there are billions of people on this earth, and only 5 main ways, as they say, that everyone likes to receive love, which there is some truth in that. But I also feel that most people don't understand when it comes to love that the main thing you have to have is self-love. I know I talk about this a lot because it's very important. I feel that a lot of individuals, and I know that I, at one time in my life, had been in a point where it's difficult for you to be able to receive love, and it's difficult for you to be able to give love if you have not given it to yourself first. Listen, the truth is, you cannot pour from an empty cup if you don't have love within you. If you don't have love for yourself, if you're not giving it to yourself, you cannot extend it to anyone else. I'll just even step outside of what I feel like most people are thinking of right now. They're thinking of probably romantic relationships. And that's fine. But even as a parent, when I think about that, if you've been through something as an adult and you become a parent and you haven't healed from it, you won't be able to extend the appropriate love to your child, because you have not received it yourself, because something happened to you or you've endured something, and your perception of love may not be the healthiest. I feel like definitely a lot of us walk around in relationships and we feel like we're either giving love or we're receiving love, and we don't recognize that that's not what it is, because there may have been some things that we endured in our life that shaped the way we see love. And I will say that for every single person, this doesn't have to mean one person's way of loving is positive and one person's way of loving is negative. But think about it like this, right? We learn everything from, your parents, your family, whoever raises you. It's going to look different because everybody teaches you different according to how they were loved. I hope I'm making sense with that. So therefore, we learn what love looks like as children, as minors. If we go through something that traumatizes us in the area of love, whether it's with family, a parent, a relationship, a friendship, then we extend that, whatever we've been through, into adulthood. And then that's the point where, if we want to be honest, many of us don't take the appropriate time to heal. Maybe not for any fault of your own, but it could just be the simple fact that a lot of us don't know how to. A lot of us do not know how to, and I state that often because it's absolutely true. I don't think anybody means any harm. Not saying everybody, but I don't think most people mean any harm by walking around still being in pain or not knowing how to love. It's just that they hadn't made it that far. But we're here for healing and hugs anyway. And this is what Spirit wants us to talk about today. A lot of us aren't loving appropriately because we don't love ourselves first. And that is the key. You cannot extend love to anyone, and you cannot receive it in a healthy manner until you love yourself first. But the best part about loving yourself first is you learn these things. You learn that you're the most important when it comes to love and what that looks like. When you're able to extend it to yourself, you teach other people how to extend it to you. But if you don't learn it for yourself, think about what you're teaching other people in regards to how they love you. What are you teaching them? If you're not loving yourself first and loving yourself appropriately, you're teaching others around you, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's friends, family, you're teaching them that, hey, I don't love myself first, and I don't put myself first, and I don't feel like love should exude from me first. So it's okay for you not to do those things to me. And I know that we're not saying that, but subconsciously we are saying that. So it's all about learning what love looks like ultimately. And this is the thing. I feel like everybody has it within them. I don't care if people say, oh, they don't know how to love, or I don't know what love looks like, or you may not have experienced it in the healthiest way. I feel like that's why a lot of people say that. Because once you heal, which is key, then you're able to open your eyes clearly. Even if you have to sit with yourself and realize, I really don't know what love looks like. I really never received it in a healthy way. I've always received it like this. It's always looked like this. But now I realize that that's not how it's supposed to feel. That's not how it's supposed to look. Then you're able to heal and you're able to see it for what it is. And then that's when you can extend it to other people in the proper manner. I know this is a touchy subject because this is the thing. Most people find it hard to even say, I love you, not only to other people, but to themselves. And I know that there's some truth in that. And I think there's a quote I know that I've seen in the past, and it always says there are three things that are the hardest things for anyone to say, any individual. Number one was I love you. And I feel that number two was I'm sorry. And number three was I need help. I feel like all of those play a part when it comes to love. Most people do not know how to express I love you genuinely, whether it's in words or in deed, because most of us have been through something that has tainted our perception of love, especially in the healthiest form. And then when we're not able to do that, or we hurt someone, it's very difficult to say I'm sorry, just as they were saying in the quote. And then lastly, it's difficult to say I need help. Many people, just by me observing the world, I can tell that many people need help with knowing what love is and with extending it to themselves so that they can extend it to other people. Working with children every day, I see it a lot. And that's why I will speak on that and say, as a parent, you cannot even love your child in the most healthy way if you have not healed from something that maybe possibly was done to you in childhood. So it's just something for us to think about today. As I meditated, Spirit kept putting that on my mind, that it's a teachable moment for all of us. It's okay to say, teach me how to love. If you have someone in your life, whatever relationship you have with that person, if you feel that they genuinely love you, even if you've never felt that you receive love in the healthiest way, I'm telling you, it is okay if a person genuinely loves you, for you to extend your hand, or for you to open up and share your feelings and say, I really haven't received love in the healthiest way, and I don't know how to love myself. But if you would teach me how to love, I'm willing to learn. I feel like that if everyone had someone that they could be that vulnerable with, that everything would be okay. It wouldn't be perfect, but things will get a little better. So I just wanted to come on and say that, family, because I feel it's very important. Love is the highest vibration. No matter what people say or what we think, it really is the highest vibration. It really is patient. It really is kind. It really doesn't brag and boast. Corinthians, if you read it, you know what it means. But there is some truth in that. Love allows you to be free. Love allows you to heal even if you hadn't been loved properly and you don't know how to love properly. When someone loves you, they don't control you. When someone loves you, they allow you to be your authentic self, who you are, and they love you. It's the universal language. It's the highest vibration. And I'm speaking unconditional love, because unconditional love comes with no conditions. That's why it can be patient. That's why it can be kind. That's why it can allow you to be free and not control you and love you through your pain and through your faults, because we all have them. So I hope that I said something to inspire someone. I know I needed it first. I am so grateful to know how to love, how to be loved, and most importantly, to be able to love myself first. Have a great day, family.